Welcome to the Cultaholic Wrestling Podcast.
If you like lots of women, don't go to Saudi Arabia. How you guys doing?
Wrestling. Not even mention wrestling. Just if you like women, right?
Women wrestling.
How are you? I'm good. How are you? There you go. I've done the answers in the right order.
Wait. I jumped the line. How are you?
How are you?
Good.
Hello, human. How are you?
I'm doing well. I apologise for the huge thing, but I did have something weird growing on my neck. It's probably just a tumour. Probably going to die. But all the comments last week were, what is that thing on Maffew's neck? After I thought, maybe it doesn't look that bad. So I do apologise. If you're listening to this, then ignore what I just said. Because people are more distracted by the other large inanimate object
the not
in the
Ross.
room.
The not Ross.
Not
Sam.
Ross. That's a good name, actually.
There you go.
Ross has been... Let's keep it storyline.
Yeah,
Ross has been locked out of the
office.
building with Adam and Jen because reasons.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just, we really wanted to cover Crown Jewel.
Yes, and as a journalist, he did not want to go there.
I should just point out as well, because there's been one or two tweets online, right? So we are doing a live stream of Crown Jewel, but all proceeds made from the views and the donations and everything will be going to Amnesty International. So we're not right bastards or anything. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Having your cake and eating it, I love it. No, seriously, though, that's a very nice thing.
Cheers, Matthew. It was Adam's idea.
It's
Was
be a
it?
thing where they're like, oh, thank you so much for the donation to Amnesty International. It's like, wrestling? Ugh.
Take it back.
Yeah. But yeah, how's things, Sam? We don't get a chance to talk to you very often.
It's been a while since I've been on the podcast. Been a bit of a while.
I'm glad that you got your blatant sponsorship attempt like last time.
Give me some free beer, Australia. Maffew already follow me on Instagram and Twitter. They'll give me beer, but maybe you can sweeten the deal and give me some beer first. Then I'll not drink Maffew ever again.
Amnesty International donation, sponsored by Astria. And how's your good self with that amazing vintage WCW t-shirt?
Yeah, not bad. Been a lot of stuff going on this week, Matthew, in the wrestling.
Yeah.
Just briefly before that, also a little bit stressed out because the flat that me and Sam live in, not on our own, there's multiple people.
Yeah.
But
not multiple, there's 4 of us. You made it sound like there's 48 of us.
Yeah, I
to a
did
room.
that.
the house has been sold and we are being relocated. It's gonna be a stressful little time before Christmas.
Basically, my best mate's parents owned the house and it was all cushy and it was amazing.
Yeah.
And then they sell the house and it's like, don't worry, the letting agent says, don't worry, the new guy wants to keep you on. After they went, you might need to move, but they went, don't worry, he wants to keep you on. And we're like, okay, that's fine. And then they just rang Jack and went, so we got like a 3-bed property and there's like, who do you want to live with? There's 4 in the house. You got to pick somebody like that. And it's like, what?
There's going to be an on and out, but one of our housemates was about to move out anyway, so it's all good.
But at the same time, they were like, Jack's like, well, there's a 1-bedroom flat. So I might just say, like, give us all 1-bedroom flats. Because they have to honour the original agreement. And if I can get a 1-bedroom flat for the money I'm paying now, all bills included, I'm going to milk that. Are you not going to milk that?
Yeah, I'll probably try and milk that.
Yeah.
So wrestling's also happened as well, though.
I was going to say, I'm very sorry for your situation.
That's
but
okay.
if I learned one thing, it's that there isn't a God because letting agents exist.
Just really sad to say goodbye to that house because that's where the first neuse videos on the Cultaholic channel were recorded.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
On the
It's
sofa.
the very first video is sofas in my bedroom. Yeah.
It was technically the first Cultaholic office.
It literally was.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
V1.
Yeah.
So are you going to be looking at the videos going, oh yeah, there's Couchy, the couch.
No, we had a
Jack on the
portable green
couch.
screen, but yeah. It's all...
I'd hope so. I mean.
Anyway, there's been lots of wrestling in that, though. Oh my goodness. And lots of good and bad and everything in between.
I mean, if you lot are like a wrestling, you should... Oh, don't know that. Yes, we should start
If
with...
you lot are like a wrestler.
Moving on. Evolution.
Yeah, we should start with Evolution.
Yeah, considering we were like, it's a good idea.
Don't keep me waiting, boys. Don't keep me waiting. I just nah.
Oh, no, not yet.
Right,
No.
I'll hold off.
No.
Christ.
Brooke
yet.
was not on the show, no.
Or Kira, the Impact.
Yeah, right. How is there another person with that surname
is
in
there
wrestling?
Secret
And no
Hogan?
one said anything
It's
about
called
it.
Kira Hogan, but it was always their name on the Indies, I think. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, but... Oh, whatever.
Yes.
I thought you meant there was a secret Hogan.
No. But,
Or like-
Evolution happened on Sunday.
Like Jason Todd and Batman.
Like the other Osborne daughter who wasn't in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The third Gallagher brother.
Steve.
Is that real?
Yeah, there's an older one. William, maybe.
Is there?
Yeah, and he's just shunned the limelight and everything.
He's
Yeah.
just properly reserved and lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, the member of League of Gentlemen that doesn't it does all the scripts and writing, but doesn't actually appear in the TV series.
Right.
Yeah, there are 4 of them, aren't there? Yeah.
I like this.
Yeah.
Anyway, wrestling. So Evolution, despite the okay approach to build, delivered. I thought.
God, yeah, absolutely.
Great show.
You know, weird that they completely dimmed the lights, like they were developing film in the crowd.
Yeah.
So it was very unfair because they were loud as hell throughout the
they were.
entire night, which good for them.
It was like an NXT crowd. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something a bit I liked about having the crowd that dark. It just meant the focus was just on the ring. That was it.
Yeah. I saw.
That's definitely turned a negative into a positive.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
Covered up all those empty seats.
Yeah.
But there couldn't have been that many empty
They
seats. It
sold
was
those
loud.
tickets,
I mean, I was
Proper
about
loud.
was it just like 10
But
really
there were-
loud
I
guys?
mean, there was a guy on Reddit, when he got into the arena, he put up on Squared Circle his picture, $9 ticket.
Yeah.
And he had like a pristine view.
Ah.
And like he's in the nosebleeds, but he had like a pristine view because obviously the venue was smaller.
Yeah.
I guess it'd be like being on the back row at Newcastle Arena. You're still
Right,
not
right.
that far away
Yeah.
from the ring. But like,
I saw a tweet as well that was like, that agreed with your point there. That was
Yeah.
like, I like when the lights are this dark. There could be millions of people in the shadows I hide in. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, I
they're all
like
just
it.
sat there like ninjas waiting
Yeah.
for their moment to strike.
Okay. Golly,
Yeah.
what a run-in that would be. So I try to transition there.
11,000 people jump the barrier.
Honestly, right? Honestly.
Okay, if you're one of the horsewomen, I'm going to kick your ass.
I just want to talk about Becky Lynch, right? And I was trying to transition into it, but should we run through the card briefly?
Becca Root.
All right.
For a
So-
Becca Root good time.
Yeah.
What a great bug. Anyway, the opening match with
My
Trish and Lita, they stuck to what they knew. Didn't go too long. Didn't look bad. It was like seeing an old band live, played just the greatest hits, and then sodded off.
This match made me worry. I didn't like it.
Oh, go on.
But the rest of the show I loved. But this match, I thought it was a bit sloppy in parts. I thought Trish still looks great. Lita's
Sloppy, really?
Yeah, Lita's got a bit of ring rusteroo.
Lita always had that. I'm not being funny though. Like, I mean, obviously, Lita, great impact, deserves a Hall of Fame status,
Yeah.
but she wasn't, she wasn't Minoru Toyota.
Right.
I've got the name right, God.
There were still nice moments though, yeah. I mean, I'm assuming your mentions exploded when Alicia Fox was sadly... I felt bad for her when she was late on the breakup.
See, turn a negative to a positive like you did the Dark Crowd. I think she did that deliberately so people wouldn't notice Lita's ring rust. To be like, oh, Alicia Fox,
I thought
because
you
she
were
loves them so
I
much.
thought you were going to say she could get on your show.
That too.
Right.
So yeah,
It was a hot... The crowd helped the match a lot as well.
they didn't care. Like, Trish Lita,
Yeah.
that's it. It's weird that Bliss was out the match after a week's notice, but
She got injured.
It must have been heartbreaking for her.
Yeah, it's sad.
Like,
Right.
just having to stand there at ringside as well and watch it.
She got involved at one point though. She did a
Yeah.
little spot where she yanked Lita down. That was all right.
yeah. I mean, actually, weird. Alicia Fox, like, the promo package in between the things was going like, this is the biggest match of her career. It's the most important match I've ever had. I'm like, because Wales are going, whatever, opening tag match, but she's like, no, Trish,
Yeah,
Trish,
yeah.
like that's her Volta.
Yeah. That's a fault.
That's not like best wrestler ever, but Battle Royal,
Yeah, the Battle Royal was
Yeah.
next. I really liked it. That was cool.
yeah, it's a Battle Royal.
2018's had some great Battle Royals. All in. Progress.
Yep.
Who
Defiant.
Who are?
They did it, didn't they? They did the Roman tribute.
Oh, they did the Roman
Yeah.
tribute. That was nice.
Yeah.
They did the sneaky Santino Marella trying to forget you've eliminated someone and then
Yeah,
Zelina
and
Vega.
Zelina
via-
Vega.
I think it got weird towards the end where it's like, oh wow, Emma Moon's gonna win. She
Yeah.
looks so good, and it was just like Nia Jax's like, no.
Yeah. I'm
was
actually much bigger than you.
Yeah.
Get out the ring.
And it was weird seeing her coming down there. I was like, has she been on Raw for the last few weeks? I've not noticed her. And she came down. It's like, better remind everyone I'm a good person.
Yeah.
So,
But now she might be a heel again. She was a bit. Well, to
What?
get onto that,
Yeah.
she was just a bit mean backstage. To who was it to? Maybe it was to Ron. I don't know who it was, but she had a promo with someone where she was like, I think it was Ember, and she was like, "I'm the champ. I'm going to be the champ." And all that. She's just got a bit dickish again. She's the ultimate tweener, Nia Jax.
well, she's not like most girls.
No, she's
So yeah, Carmella impressed again.
with
Thank you,
Ivory.
Carmella. Yeah.
Ivory.
Ivory impressed.
I was
me.
really happy that Ivory made it so far.
I was buzzing.
Yeah.
I tell you what, seeing Molly Holly when they did those backstage interviews with her, she looked better there than she ever looked in WWE. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, you plus 15 years, yes, okay, hello.
But I think-
I sound like a pervert, but
I don't know why it felt so right for it to be Ivory because I think she never really got that fair run at it. Like,
Yeah.
she was around
Right.
that time when it started to change. Was when like her career was coming.
She was
to an
like
end,
just
I guess.
out. Yeah.
Yeah, and like she was obviously too late for like the Alundra Blaze, Bull Nakano era, and it's like I think it was just right that it was Ivory.
She's like got such a legacy. Like she was in Glow, like the original Glow.
And as you discovered the other day, she's from Inglewood.
Yeah, she's from Inglewood.
Yeah.
Inglewood. It's next to Compton.
Yes.
She's a proper gangster.
Absolute baller.
She seems like a lovely woman as well. Her Hall of Fame speech, I was like, oh, what a nice woman.
How patronising as hell.
No.
Oh,
She talked about...
watch out, fathers, they may get offended.
was really-
they're all lovely women.
It was kind of sad. She was talking about how she'd never got married, and this was like her wedding ceremony, and she made like a metaphor where like all the guests were like
That was nice.
bridesmaids and stuff. It was cool.
You're right, she was a lovely woman.
She does seem like a lovely woman, and it was good to see her. I thought that something. I was hoping when Carmella started dancing and she stood next to her that she was going to tell her not to, like right to censor,
Yeah.
but she just danced along. But
Yeah.
She just puts on a big white outfit.
yeah,
Wait there. Goes on. 2 seconds, stop wrestling.
she still looked good. I thought Michelle McCool looked good.
Yeah,
I'm surprised.
Surprisingly so.
She's-
I was like, she
like-
can still go.
She,
this
she at the
Rumble,
Royal Rumble, she
yeah.
went a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, at this year's Rumble, I was like, wait, was Michelle Cool always this good? And I just didn't notice because it was like, oh, wow, 2-minute match. Whoa, really competitive. But yeah, it's like, oh, well done.
Yeah.
She's built like Chris Brooks, like. She's tall and lanky, but maybe that helps.
Michelle McCC Cool.
That's what I thought. I looked at her and thought, Chris Brooks. Then it was NYC Finals.
Yeah, too short but really good. The match.
Oh, I
Not
thought
the
5
women.
minutes.
Io Shirai, 5'1". No,
Booyaka.
she's. I mean, obviously it was great for Tony Storm to win and everything.
Yeah.
My favorite writer, I've mentioned him before, never by name, and I never mentioned the website he writes on because I hate him so much and he doesn't deserve the attention.
Oh, I love this guy.
You turned heel on Brandon.
No, not Brandon. No, I love Brandon
Brandon's his
from
boy.
Uproxx. Yeah,
I actually
no,
thought you did turn on him.
this
Like,
is
the guy that.
oh, the guy who actually don't.
Yeah.
I don't know who this is.
The
This
guy
guy
who's
keeps us laughing for
the,
days.
the
Wait a
guy.
minute, let me
who-
put my hand over my mouth. Who is it?
No. We'll
Sorry, they
we'll
can't
tell
hear.
you
I put
in
my
the
hand on my
time
mouth.
later.
We'll tell you later.
Damn
The
it.
guy who writes proudly about how he doesn't know anything about wrestling outside of WWE, and it's up to those promotions to impress him and stuff. He was like, I had a chance to go to All In, but I didn't go, and all this sort of stuff.
Why would I go there? It's not WWE.
Yeah, and then
I went to WrestleMania. It sucked.
he went to WrestleMania and wrote an article about it like it was some big achievement. It's like,
Yeah.
well done, you saved the money and bought the ticket, but he was like, as if it was like a life affirming. I don't know. Anyway, this guy,
I
right?
finally made it. I spent $400.
I finally made
spent
it.
$800 in petrol.
Me and my buddy sat in the hotel
Bargain.
pool, and a guy walks past and goes, "Where are you guys from?" And we were like, "Wisconsin." He was like, "Y'all have come a long way." And I reflected on that and thought, "Wow, 2 goofs from Wisconsin have finally made it to the big dance." And I was just like, "What are you talking about?"
Makes me
Anyway,
ashamed to support Green Bay. That ashamed. I've got family in Wisconsin. If they're like that, I've only met a few of them,
right?
I don't insult them. They gave us making a murderer.
and all of America's cheese.
Right. Anyway, this guy who
sorry.
I'm begging to ask about.
Right.
Anyway, women.
So
Go on.
he wrote a review of Evolution, and he said, and all of his reviews are full of like, "As I predicted, this happened. As I predicted, that happened."
I coolly
And-
said as I took a sip from my light beer.
I
Needless
smirked
to
and
say,
said-
I had the last laugh.
And he said, in his review of that match, of this one, he said, as I predicted,
Nothing personnel, kid.
as I predicted, teleports behind you. Tips Fedora. He, oh, no. Oh,
Isn't he?
yeah, it is. He's the ultra cool internet guy. He went, as I predicted, Toni Storm won the Mae Young Classic. And as I predicted in 2017, she is the future of women's wrestling. And all the comments were like, everyone's been saying Toni Storm to be signed since she was like 19 years old. Like, it's not from last year. Like, he just pretended that he was like well up to date on Toni Storm.
He told Triple H about him. What are you on about?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Triple H actually came up to Wisconsin and was like, bro, what do you think?
So this match was really good anyway. Not to dwell on the guy too much. I thought Io Shirai she's so good. She like moves and I know moves are easy as AJ Styles once taught us, but she's
You
really
can't do
good.
that without the accent.
Moves are easy.
There you go.
It's the little things. But then she did like at one point a springboard sunset flip, but it was like halfway across the ring and it was just so smooth. I was like, she's fantastic. Toni Storm's obviously really good too. I was really pleased for her. Do you know if Io Shirai's sticking around?
No clue whatsoever. You're
No.
the news person, so if you're
I
no one knows.
imagine she will be.
Yeah.
I'm sure that it was wasn't she signed?
Yeah, I think she was.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she'd already be back in like Stardom or somewhere else by now.
I can't imagine Satomura
yeah.
is going to be signed because she's
No, she's too
She's
much
still
of a legend. And
I think she's still a Fight Club Pro champion as well.
Oh, right, yeah. But it's weird, though. I didn't even blink an eye until I realised, wait, Toni Storm is on a WWE Super Show and winning Mae Young Classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's become that used to the weird time we're in where WWE is signing indie people, but they're not really signing them, but they are signing them and all this.
Yeah.
Like, say, oh yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Like, wait a minute, what? This is amazing.
I know. Can't wait for Kid Lycos to win the Universal Championship. I love that.
Well, spoiler, I wasn't going to say who's replacing Brian at Crown Jewel, but I mean, I guess it's out the bag now. But
It's Kid Lycos, that's right.
That's right.
Who else is really indie? It's Darby Allin.
oh wow, as I predicted.
Prince, mate. He's going to win.
Oh my god.
Champion, mate. Champion.
Careful, he watches this. Well, he's a
He
wrestling
does.
fan.
Massive Mark.
That's his wrestling name.
Massive Mark. The Great Power. Next up was...
He's getting preoccupied in the minute. Power Root. Anyway.
Next up, I think, was the 6-woman tag match.
What if they demanded the Great Power Route in the Greatest Royal Rumble? Can you imagine how that would have
Vince
went
would go,
down?
do you know what he looks like? No. All right, give me 2 seconds. Yeah.
Six-woman? Which exceeded my expectations loads. I was like, Jesus, they went all out to impress.
it was the match that I was sort of a bit like,
Yeah.
Shouldn't they all have their own matches? And it was like, no, they just kicked the absolute arse out of this one.
It was great.
So
Right. It was either, depending on your perspective, a very good version of the Raw matches they've been having, or a complete waste of Becky and Sasha. But I think that's.
Bayley
but then,
and Sasha.
Bayley
if
and
you,
Sasha.
what did I say?
Becky.
Becky.
Oh Christ! Yeah, Bayley and Sasha, and yeah. So, but looking at the rest of Raw, at least they're consistent as the men. You know, that Thrilling Ascension Rude feud. I was going to end it with Rude feuds. It sounds funny. And everything else like that. So it's not as if they're picking on them. No, they're as equal as the men. They get crap
I
feuds
wish
too.
the Ascension would just change back to being what it used to be, where it was sort of like a weird, evil, culty type thing.
Well, like day one with Bram.
Back when it was with Bram, because they were sort of like a weird, sort of evil mafiosa type thing, and it was sort of like, I guess, like Mafia Kevin Sullivan as a
Was that
stable.
supposed to be like the Illuminati? Or
Yeah, like an Illuminati type thing, and they were
Illuminati
gonna like pull weird strings and all that stuff, and then it was like, nah, screw it, put face paint on and make him Legion of Doom, and that was it. Yeah, give him Seth Rollins' theme.
Yeah,
that was it.
So Evolution.
Anyway, yeah, back to Evolution.
So
Well, it was just a good match. I think the Riot Squad looked really good. I think Liv Morgan's improved loads.
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's
Nah,
improved, but like,
No, she hasn't,
They're
Jack.
tolerable now. I mean, I think Ruby Riot's been carrying them.
Oh,
But I don't
Sarah Logan's
get,
my girl.
I don't get to
Really?
watch a lot of the week-to-week stuff
Yeah.
because of my sort of time constraints. So, like, when I see stuff, it's usually once a month. I'll just try and catch up on as much as I can. And Liv Morgan's come a very long way.
Yeah, I think she's great.
I think she's really good.
You can walk and chew gum at the same time.
No,
I'm joking. She can't. And so next match was...
it was Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler.
That's right, yeah, the three big ones. Yeah. So, yeah, very enjoyable. But was I the only person, and I hate starting sentences like that because it's like, usually, no, you're not.
Okay.
But when they were talking about the 4 horsewomen at ringside, or maybe not 4, but the horsewomen at ringside and all this, I was like, who?
Jasmine
Was
Duke and-
that the old...
Duke,
I'm like, when have these people been mentioned?
They've been mentioned on
they've
NXT
been brought
loads.
up with when Ronda was first brought in.
Yeah.
Where else? I mean, with Ronda, but like with her,
No, but
have
when,
they?
back when like Ronda was sort of flirting with WWE, and we had Shayna and all of them involved, and they were bringing up that whole like, oh, we're the 4 horsewomen of MMA. And
The
it was
first
like,
time I was aware of them was last year's Mae Young Classic when Shayna was going on a tear and Ronda hadn't signed yet, but she was at ringside with the other two, and they were all like,
Oh,
They
now you've
filmed
said
it
that.
out, yeah.
Oh, now I remember that.
Didn't
But
they?
yeah, to begin with, I'm like, oh, so I'm having to pay attention to background characters now from the Mae Young Classic from last year, because I was like, the horsewomen. I'm like, what? Paige, Becky?
No.
Like, wait, what?
All you
So
need-
I was lost to
all you
begin with.
need
I
to
asked
know
somebody.
is Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, Roderick
Rhea
Strong's
Sheffield.
wife, who is also an ex-MMA. No, she's a great sportsman.
I know, but it's just like, wow, she's so important.
But
Here's who she's married to.
And tall one. There's a tall one.
Oh, okay, that
Jessamine
got
Duke's
better.
tall. Yeah. But
She's
no,
disparaging that.
I'm like,
wife and tall
What I
one.
will
Maffew,
say-
how do you not know Roderick Strong's wife?
what I will say is, if Ronda and Shayna are any indication, then they will also be good, because Ronda and Shayna are like class. Sam's a big Shayna fan.
I'm a massive Shayna fan. I
love
she got a lot of unnecessary crap, and I just from day one I was like, I can tell she's just like, you can tell she was just really hungry for it. Like
As I
she was
predicted.
Where'd you
always
get
gonna
crap
go,
from?
like, as I predicted. She was getting like lots of people moaning on the internet, like the standard. Oh, just because they're good at MMA doesn't mean they're going to be good wrestlers. She's so boring.
I'm not being funny, but haven't
it's
they
just
all
like-
been good?
Yeah.
But like that's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah.
is, like,
Shamrock, Lawler, Tom Lawler, and Jerry.
Dan Severn.
I think it's just
Dan
the
Severn,
very
absolutely.
bit of like they're bringing people from a different sport into our thing. What happens when MMA fans start watching wrestling? And then we all
they
get
might at
really
the minute.
bitter, and we get really sad, and because
Yeah.
it's our thing and we're gatekeepers, which that needs to bloody stop. But no, Shayna's great. Shayna's
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And she was great in this match.
I love this match. I really like the bit for some reason where Kairi Sane's making her entrance. She's got the belt in a treasure chest. She opened the treasure chest and went,
Yes.
it's mine. I was like, oh, good. And then it wasn't hers by the end. She lost.
It's not mine.
Yeah. And then afterwards, you see the promo afterwards, the little extra bit. Shayna and the two other horsewomen are backstage, like all celebrating and heelish, like, ha ha ha. And then
I'm Roderick Strong's
you
wife.
just hear from off
Kakarot.
I'm the tall one. And you just hear from off screen, like, Shayna! And she turns around and Kairi Sane's like staggering towards her like a zombie because she's so beaten up. And there's this random like crew guy, like, no, like holding her back. Make Kairi Sane look like you just wanted to win the title back so much.
Yeah.
It's great. Classic heel babyface stuff. I didn't care too much that it was a screw finish because Shayna should sometimes. It's not like every Shayna match ends like that.
Yeah.
And also they got involved for a natural reason. Like Shayna got backdropped into them and they were like, oh, all right then. I thought it was fine.
I agree with that. If it's a screw finish, that is going somewhere. It's
Yeah.
fine. If she like, I'm going to hit you with this TV that's going to explode in my face and we're never going to mention it again,
Dean
then no.
Ambrose.
I'm going to use flash paper and burn my own eyebrows off.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Hogan? Yeah.
Okay, that's all right. If he does that in Saudi Arabia, mate, I'll be all right. His first spot of the match. And then it was...
Oh, my word.
Absolutely. Say it. Don't look at the camera.
Sorry, I was checking the time on the camera. It's Becky and Charlotte. What a match. One of the best
Should
main
we just
roster.
leave this one to you?
Yeah, go
No,
on.
it's fine. Just
What's a
Jack,
table?
you-
What's a
you're
table
wrecked.
rise?
You were wrecked.
God.
Wait, whoa.
He's erect.
I just thought it was a really good match and I respect them both as athletes. What's the problem? No, this was one of the
Do
best.
your pants up.
This was one of the best main
He's
roster.
harder than Meng right
This
now.
was one of the. This is one of the best main roster matches of the year, I think, so far. Paced really well. I saw some people online being like, should have been. The Meltzer ratings came out today, and he gave him 4.75. Right? What?
Sorry.
People
Just the
are
way it's like the 4.753939.
Yeah. I saw like online people were like should have been a 5-star match. I don't think it was quite a perfect match because there was little things like Kyoto having to slide the chair.
Oh God, yeah.
Like
Oh no!
Little-
Just take it. Boots it.
Good thing about the ref, because I couldn't see
Yeah.
Becky be like, ref,
Yeah.
ref. He was just like, no, oops, butter feet.
he should have taken a bump, like a back bump off. Like wait,
Whoa, I'm slipping. Push the take up.
Except he kicks it too hard, just nails.
Kicks her right in the heat. Ah!
um,
And then he apparently held onto her so she didn't fall off at the.
that was cool. I like that.
I didn't see that until
well,
someone
I
pointed
didn't see
out.
it, so I thought it
and
was
she
good.
didn't get to her feet.
And Charlotte once or twice didn't get to her feet.
On
But-
paper, that looked really, really good because obviously they can't. And people feel like, the referee
Yeah.
isn't counting. Yes, she's still doing stuff.
Yeah.
The referee can't. Obviously, the referee could be like one
If she's
chair,
responsive,
one
yeah.
chair. Well, all right, I'm not gonna count.
Yeah.
But then Charlotte got up at like 8 and then 9, and then Charlotte said, "Come on."
Yeah, she-
And then
yeah.
so Becky hit her because that would be really good. She's broken, but no, there was such a huge pause. It's like
Yeah.
Yeah.
9.5.
I like the finish as well because
Yeah.
they solved the not just the spot, but they solved the whole problem with last man or woman standing matches, which is that there's no big pinfall pop. Sometimes if someone's been knocked out and it's just a wait for the ref to count to 10, and this one Charlotte nearly got back to her feet and then fell, and everyone was like, "Oh, it was like Rocky 2."
Yes.
I genuinely
Nice.
thought when
Yeah.
you were like, they solved. I was waiting for you to go like, they solved the puzzle of Blackbeard's gold.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where
I
on
don't know
earth did
why.
that come from?
I don't know why.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I was expecting you to come up with something really random with that. They solved.
Maybe
they
Estrella
solved
shouldn't sponsor
Estrella and
Great.
cough medicine and
Cup
Yeah.
Purple drank.
essentially, yeah,
Purple.
it's like
We were explaining what that was to Pachi today.
Pachi, yeah.
Not that we
Of
drink.
course he
not
doesn't know
we
what that
drink
is.
Purple drank.
Why do people think
Jack's
I'm a Tory?
Jack's a big lean fan.
Yeah,
If
I
you've got
love-
any lean recipes, leave them in the comments.
They
below.
call me Lil Jack.
Lil Lean,
They actually do. Yeah, you're right.
Lil Jack.
Then it
And then
was-
the main event,
which shouldn't have been, but it was still all right.
in terms of star power, I can see why they went with it. But I was all ready to be like, ha 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 ha, because it was either going to be great or it was going to suck, and it was great.
Yeah, it
damn
was
it.
good.
I was going to say, wow, the best Nikki Bella match since the SummerSlam match with Steph. Realized that was Brie Bella.
Twin Magics fooled you.
So yeah, I'm like, oh, well done. So Rousey, yeah, despite what those gatekeepers say, is actually surprisingly good.
It reminded me.
Everybody's changed their opinion on Rousey. They changed it straight away. So
absolutely. I mean, it's only the Bliss match last time where it was just like, okay, she has to sell for like 10 minutes. And whatever. That's only been all of it. But yeah, the rest of the matches you had this year have been absolutely very fun to watch.
It made sense when Nikki was on top because it was from Brie getting involved and like turning the tide a little bit, like running around the ring posts. It all made sense. And it reminded me of the match as well how good Nikki is as a wrestler. She really is quite a good wrestler, to be fair to her, for all the flack she gets. Do you not agree? Nikki's the good one. Nikki's the good. She's clearly better than Brie in the ring.
Apart from the Steph match, really, I literally remember no the matches they've had. Oh no, it wasn't Charlotte one time.
Yes, I think so. Nikki's decent, man.
Where Charlotte was going through the stage where she was like, "I'm the best wrestler," and then she outshadowed her completely. Yeah, I remember that one.
Give Nikki a chance.
Well, Brie's never held the title, has she?
I don't think so.
No, Nikki has.
I don't know. You might be right.
Yeah, I think the only negative of this is they stopped completely with the "we're proud to be divas, screw all these women's wrestler" thing, which I thought they were going with. So they half went with it. So what's the old line I said in the very first or second video we did? They went half pregnant with it. So I think it could have been because like Kevin has a great line. Yeah. You're either pregnant or you're not. You can't be half pregnant. And we're half pregnant here. Because I thought it'd be a great thing. Like, look, we're not, wrestling. I watched David Flair growing up.
Woken Matt Hardy is half pregnant.
That's right. Yeah. What a sad thing. It's like a cheat code for an old PC game. And so I thought they were going to go with that. And they almost did, but then they went no, we'll just be like, your mum sucks.
Yeah.
Which saying, whatever. But yeah, anyway,
fine.
Closing thoughts.
On the whole, it was a really good show. One of the strongest main roster shows this year.
Yeah, nothing bad.
Yeah.
And Vince just oversaw it, apparently. He didn't have any input on the production, anything like that. He turned up and just made sure it ran smoothly.
Well, we know we didn't see the production because it was awful. Your mic's not on, Matt. Your mic's not on.
That's the start of the show.
And also, that tickets were cheap because the guy behind Michael Cole, the fan, had a vintage Vince Loves Cock t-shirt. And a sign that said, marry me. I'm like, made.
Oh, dear.
Whew. I love that have your self-confidence. But any other closing thoughts on Evolution?
No, just really good.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if they're going to do it next year.
Yeah.
Why, they're going to Saudi Arabia?
No, I'm wondering if they're going to... Well, Triple H came out and he said, this isn't a knee-jerk reaction to Saudi Arabia. And why would I not believe that?
Oh, yeah, wait. We agree with Triple H, and also 2K19 is more fun than ever.
Basically... No, I think after the success of this one, they've got to do it next year. Even if they're not going to Saudi Arabia, it just makes sense.
Yeah, I'd like to see it again. Yeah.
Evolution 2, Evolution harder. Yes, hyped.
Illusion. Right. Let's change topic.
So, has anything else happened this week apart from women's wrestling?
No. It hasn't.
Where's that music coming from?
It turns out. It turns out that Hulk Hogan will be...
When it comes crashing down and it hurts inside.
Will be at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Reportedly, the host of it, the host with the most, Hulk Hogan.
He better win the Universal Championship. If he doesn't, then I'm going to lose all faith in professional wrestling. That'll be it.
Lesnar's going to win, and then he's going to challenge him immediately afterwards. No, Braun's going to throw salt. It's going to miss.
He's going to hit him with a sweet leg drop for the 1-2-3, brother.
So...
Legs are going to go in the front row.
Let's report the news, I guess, properly.
John Cena and Daniel Bryan are out.
Yes.
Yep. First broken by Robbie Fox of Barstool News. I don't know where they came to breaking news. That's a hell of an upgrade for him.
Hulk Hogan and Renee Young are in. And also, a nice little aside in the story that I liked is that Hulk Hogan's got Jimmy Hart traveling with him.
And I think Jimmy Hart's his agent.
I said that at Pacitti expecting...
He carries his medication for him.
I thought that Jimmy Hart, that meant he was going to come out with him. But Pacitti was like, no, he just travels all over with him.
Yeah, I think he's just like his mate and his agent.
That's sad. But this is a weird one. This is obviously a bold move.
Well, don't call him bold. That way, man. The man's suffered enough.
He's going to get cheered anywhere.
It's going to be, And
also, if you need to bring him back to a crowd and you need to put him back on a show, then this one's already controversial enough. Just throw him in.
Like I said last time, it's all the people.
It's going to fly under the radar in the sheer face of how sort of controversial the wider picture of Saudi Arabia is. Throwing Hulk Hogan in there, that's not even going to make a dent.
So it's
not even going to make a little chip on the windscreen. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to scratch it.
Man,
it's not even going to be a bug.
I haven't tidied my room yet, and I broke your vase as well. It's like that. It's. I don't like it personally, but you know.
I've got to say, if the Saudi Arabians like the aliens from Futurama and their TV is like 30 years out of date,
I think
Triple
so.
H, HBK, Undertaker, and Hogan. They're like, is Stevie Ray still wrestling? Can we book him?
Why does Nash, the largest outsider, not simply eat the other two? I'm so glad that
Single female commentator talking by herself.
Yeah. Well, on the Renee thing, Meltzer doesn't seem too surprised because apparently recently, for example, outside of wrestling, there was a Russian circus that went to Saudi Arabia with women performers, but it got slated. They were wearing like tight costumes and stuff, and people weren't happy. But
I imagine if Saudi Arabia has female news or weather broadcasters, Renee would technically fall under the role of a television broadcaster.
Apparently,
so...
they've also got female athletes.
Okay.
Apparently, I'm sure they do, but
No,
I mean,
but
yeah.
well, no.
Roderick Strong's wife's from there.
Oh, the tall one.
The tall one. Why does the tall one simply not eat Roderick Strong's wife?
Why does Jessamine, the tallest horsewoman?
But you know, it's a very strange one, the Renee thing, because obviously there's no female talent on the card. Is it sort of supposed to be like a progressive thing on WWE's part?
I guess.
Or is it? I don't know, because this entire thing. I mean, if Hulk Hogan's the host, what?
I'm really excited.
Yeah, but progressive with Renee Young. Oh, that's nice. Hogan's hosting. 2 steps forwards, 150 back.
I'm really excited for his promo, just to see how
the thing is as well,
much he messes up.
The thing is, well,
It's great to be here in Iran. Well,
he's not Scott
Take
Steiner.
care.
He's not Scott Steiner. Hogan has he's probably the best political mind in the business. Like, Scott Steiner said it before on a shoot, actually, on the point of Scott Steiner. He's like, he went up to Stamford and he beat Vince's like son-in-law clean like 4 times. Like,
Yeah.
there's something there where Hogan just has a power to politic better than anybody else in history. But I just can't get over the fact that the first thing that's going to happen on a show in Saudi Arabia, in Riyadh, is a song about being a proud American is going to blare over the speakers, and unless he comes out to like and he's all like, oh, like NWO, like I don't get it.
best comment I saw was, well, Hogan did say he would fight for the rights of every man.
Oh, that's true. It's just a tough one because obviously as well the situation with Hogan is very, very strained. Obviously they are apparently shooting probably a 365 with him because there was a meeting that was filmed when he came to Raw, I
The
think.
365, he's done nothing. Oh yeah.
Well, no, it'll be about his big return, won't it?
Oh yeah.
So it'll all be following him, but I think he's being followed for something, and that'll be, you know, it's just.
WWE presents Get Over It, the Hogan return story.
I mean, what if Hogan comes out and he delivers a speech about himself and about acceptance and forgiveness, but he does that in Saudi Arabia? It makes it look like WWE are trying to convince people to forgive Saudi Arabia. Like, it's such a...
Oh, but like Steph comparing 9/11 to the steroid trials all over again. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, please do that, Hogan. I love the show already.
It's such a weird thing. They've got to handle it really carefully. And the thing is, when Hogan's the host, I mean, he's not really going to turn up at the beginning and probably hit a leg drop on somebody at some point. That'll be it.
Do you think he'll let a leg drop?
Hey,
Yeah.
brother, no one hates journalists more than me.
Oh,
At least I thought so until I came here, right, guys?
Oh no.
Complete silence because they're all on the phones ignoring him like the last show.
Well, they had big comfy chairs. If I had a chair that comfy, I'd not be watching wrestling. I'd be sat playing Candy Crush as well, or whatever.
Watching Maniac on Netflix, mate. It's great, this.
Who's going to win the World Cup? just drive it away from that.
Ronald Mysterious.
Rollins, Maffew got
Not Daniel Bryan. He is sadly out with a...
He was never
he's
in the
torn
World
his moral fibre.
He
Yes.
wasn't in the World
And
Cup.
I just want to get my joke in. Shut up.
Fair play, it was a good one.
He tore his moral fibre, there we go. And John Cena is out because he's got 101 things to do, and one of them is not go to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Bumblebee needs reshoots.
There we go.
Oh, no, it's the same excuse why Joe Coffey's not at the Discovery Wrestling show this week. NXT UK needs John Cena, so he's unavailable that weekend.
Oh, really? Excellent stuff. Let's do the Hall of Fame.
Everybody get excited for the Cultaholic Hall of Fame!
Whoa! It's just that for those, obviously for everyone watching and listening, the jingle happens and then we all go, way! But it's so unnatural to be sat there in silence and then just go,
Hey!
So last week, me, you, and Ross all nominated people. Ross's was Aria Blake because she said that he was her favourite member of Cultaholic, which is ridiculous. Both the nomination of her for that and her saying that in the first place. Yours was Alundra Blaze?
Yes.
For being cool.
Yes.
And mine was Molly Holly for also being cool. And the winner is...
Oh, come on, Alundra.
It's not. It's Mighty Molly. There she is.
I'll accept that. Oh, no, it's old Molly. I want a new Molly. Oh, we'll get that fixed in post-edit like Star Wars.
Someone's just fallen off. Carry on.
What are you done?
Oh, she's fallen off.
No, not her.
Jack, who's your suggestion for this week's Hall of Fame?
Who's fallen off?
The lad who didn't grass up Kevin Owens for hiding inside the portal when Braun Strowman had a go.
Oh, I do remember that. So is he not in the Hall of Fame now?
No, he is still in.
You have to. Well, if you want to re-vote for him, give us more money.
No, get in there. Come on.
Oh, Jimmy Havoc and the WWE title.
Yeah.
I remember I messaged him and said, "Oh, by the way, you're in Hall of Fame this week." He goes, "Oh, that's great. Why have I got the world title? Is this a rib?" I'm like, "No, it's only referencing Brandon Stroud. That's a rib."
Okay, right. There we go. Who wants to go first?
I'll let you go first because you won, didn't you?
Go on, Eddie.
This week, a lot of the time, Pachiti's been saying the sentence that sounds like a meme. Alexa, play My Sacrifice. Has it worked?
It has worked.
How did they hear it from there?
Don't know.
Oh, he's just turned around as well.
No, Pachiti's locked out of the office, of course.
I was talking about the security guard, Jim.
So we've been saying that a lot. Has he turned it off?
Yeah, Jim.
I don't know. Yes, Jim's turned it off.
So, every time it's come on, I've been like, this is so good. And then I've thought, is it? It's actually a bad song. Objectively, really cheesy and terrible.
It's not like Creed.
It's also amazing.
Creed are terrible, and Alter Bridge are just equally as bad. But
what have Alter Bridge got to do with it?
well, Alter Bridge is just Creed, basically.
They got rid of him.
I thought you were just shoehorning your hatred of Alter Bridge into everything.
No,
I like
pretty much the
Metalingus.
same thing. Like, it's so
Metalingus.
annoying.
It's a good theme tune for Edge.
It's a good theme tune, but it's annoying. But like, I find them to be something that I classify as butt metal, which is sort of like really cheesy crap, like 2004 to 2008. Like, just butt metal. And
memories.
like Creed are not even objectively. They're just a terrible band. It's a fact. But My Sacrifice is possibly the best worst song ever written.
That's the best way of putting it. Best worst song.
Yeah.
I love it.
Sometimes you need a song at like 1 in the morning with mates. It comes on, you go, "Oh, I hate this song." Like that's exactly what you need.
It sounds like he's gargling snooker balls. Like,
Obviously, there's the big wrestling tie.
yeah, I mean, the
Because of-
Desire video.
Oh, I meant because Shea Purser came out to it at Attack once. When I was
Really?
he came out to it, and everyone in the crowd was just like, it's so good.
I tell you, but the first time it aired, though, it was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, because the lyrics are somewhat related, but not really.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like
my
a
friend, we
song-
meet again in the dead. I know. But then it was every week. Like, the Gobbledygooker got one.
It's like
Comes out the egg, when you are with me.
It's like a South Park song. It's
Yeah.
like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like I love it. Apart from I don't really like the crunchy breakdown, the in the minor key. And
You don't like that?
That's,
Not really.
That's Mark Tremonti.
oh right, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't tune a guitar properly. I'll just do 58 different tunings.
I like
I play PRS guitars.
I don't. It's like when Maffew makes.
Oh,
like,
wait.
It's like when Maffew makes like an Amiga record.
Yes.
Just annoys me. Just
Okay.
be heavy. Just be heavy. Just be really heavy, and don't be crap.
Okay.
It's not hard. Lamb of God do it. Slayer do it.
They did do it.
Ugh.
Retiring. R.I.P.
I'm the only non-metal lad here, I'm afraid.
But you know the words... Oh, wait, no, you're the bit in Rise Newcastle where it's like Africa by Toto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That counts as a
me.
metal fan,
Dr.
right?
Feel
No,
good.
I'm more.
Yeah.
Honestly,
You want me to feel
I'm,
all right.
I'm like such a pop punk lad.
Yeah.
The other guy whose favourite song by Alice Cooper is...
Poison.
School's out.
No, I don't like.
The only Alice Cooper song they
I don't
play
really
in
like-
any nightclub is Poison.
I don't really like Alice Cooper.
60 years of
Ooh,
music.
controversial one.
I only know those two songs, and I'm just like, no.
Oof. Oh, yeah. If
I've
there's
only
only
known
two
those
songs you have
two
by Alice Cooper, absolutely, yeah. Anyway, sorry, come
Mine's,
on.
mine's. Sorry for turning this into a discussion of what is and isn't metal, but
Oh, security guard's using the kettle.
yeah, he's using the coffee machine.
Yeah.
Trying to drown the noise of Scott Sapp.
So mine's
And his sex tape with Fred Durst.
I can review.
I like the soft breakdown as well.
No.
The- It's just I love it.
It does. It sounds like he's either gargling like pool balls or he's got a mouthful of hot soup and he's trying to.
Who was it? I think it was Ben Potter from Vidiot said that Paul Bearer sounds like a man who is perpetually falling down a well.
Hello, my friend, we mean okay.
Yes, mine's my sacrifice. Sam, driver.
So I do NXT and 205 Live graded and
Graded.
And basically, this week there was a conclusion to a storyline that I'd completely forgotten about, and it was the Mighty versus the Street Profits.
The Mighty, mate.
Now, a month ago, the Mighty had stolen Street Profits' cup, NXT branded plastic cup, and one of the Street Profits chains.
You can't do that.
What?
A month ago. And then this was literally a match on an episode of NXT. And it was a bit one match too many for me this episode. And I think I could have done without this match because it just doesn't. It's a plastic cup. You can literally buy a new one from WWE's Euro shop for like £1.50. And I get the gold. The gold's probably more expensive, but like the cup was like a central thing in this match, and it was like a feud about a cup. So I want to put into the Hall of Fame Street Profits NXT themed like drinking red cup thing. Yeah, it's
not really like levels of LAX versus Homicide and Hernandez. One of them ran over a kid.
Conan hasn't ran out yet and got himself involved with the angle, but he might, if they come back and try and steal the cup.
I remember when the Mighty. It was like the week after, or really soon after, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta did that hilarious Ring of Honor promo where they just like,
"Oh my god,
what a city!"
Yeah.
Why are you taking your shirt off?
I forgot about that.
But then soon after that, WWE released like a tweet. It was like
they did the same thing.
Backstage look at the fun-loving the Mighty, and it was just them like pricking.
Yeah,
out,
you mentioned on the previous show, and I was like, they think that was a deliberate thing.
I don't know. I really don't know. But that Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta one's fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, I love him so much.
Try and sit. Yeah, but sit it. Gee, guys.
So, do you stand up or sit down to wipe?
Talking, popping dogs and talking hogs.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go.
That's
Got it right. Yeah. A few of my favourite things. I would like to point out before we go into this that skip ahead that the New Day did do Brood's entrance.
Yes.
3 weeks after we mentioned it. Just want to point that out in the Hall of Fame.
Did we mention it?
I put it in the Hall of Fame, but the votes didn't. Yes, I said that right.
Okay, right.
And so this week I'm going to go with, sticking with popular events at the minute, the original Seth Rollins and with his friend Henry Rollins turning on the Shield in 2014.
Okay.
The original one. It is crazy to think of an era before then because of how important that's been the last few years.
Yeah.
That gave us the amazing original Dean Ambrose Seth Rollins feud.
Yeah.
Which
We've
made me
lost,
think,
haven't we? We've lost.
Which made me think.
No, I've gone for my sacrifice. Sam.
No, he's gonna win.
You could set
He's
this.
just basically went like historical moment in wrestling history.
Yeah. No,
but when,
let's take a look at other things on Hall of Fame.
Wait, you're right. Nothing but the best on the Hall of Fame. No, that's it. When Seth hit him, and then you could see Roman, he went, "Hello, my friend." Anyway, this is for taking my cup.
I really don't like that sell. I think it's really because Roman literally goes, and then stares directly into a camera, and it's like, and then the very slow lowering of his body to the floor, and it's like,
it's a good turn.
Man. What's he supposed to do?
It's a great turn, but like, don't sell it like, "Oh my God, Seth, how have you done this? I've got an inner monologue going on that nobody can hear." It's like he takes 10 seconds to get to the floor after being hit.
He can't believe it. He's like, I'll just be like, "Oh, it's Seth, isn't it? I can't believe you've done this."
Just been nailed with a chair.
I can't believe
he's wearing body armor, so.
That's true.
Imagine if that over the top. I can't believe you've done this. I like Dean's reaction as well. He's like, I like the one guy in the crowd when he's swinging it back and he goes, one guy.
But that it gave us Dean Ambrose, who I generally thought Dean versus Seth was going to headline WrestleMania because it was so well built. That did not happen. It indirectly gave us Roman Mania. We're still living in, hopefully. So and then they came back together, and again it was just like, we'll make this thing better if Dean turned on Seth, and he did,
and it was good as well. But you've gone for the Orig.
The non-HD remake, yes.
To vote for the entrant into this week's Hall of Fame, head to patreon.com/Cultaholic.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Raw and SmackDown recap.
And on Raw, Finn Balor defeated Bobby Lashley via DQ when Lio Rush interfered.
Yeah, and then Bobby Lashley was inserted as a reward into the World Cup.
That's right.
Because Baron Corbin went, you know what? Cena never actually qualified. Get in there, Bobby. And that was it.
I can't believe I'm living in a world where I see both those names and I just go, oh.
What? Bobby Lashley
Like,
and
yeah.
Lio
like,
Rush?
No, like Bobby Lashley and Finn Balor.
Oh, right.
Like, it just like, I used to be like, yeah, that would be a really good match. Or like, anytime I heard either name, I'd be like, all right. But like, now it's just like,
I should point out, this was, since starting graded, I think this is the worst one of the Raw that I've graded. Since the start
I mean,
of it.
yeah, you're right. As a feud, it could work, but right now it's just a match.
yeah.
It's just to get Lio Rush over.
Yeah.
So we're seeing Lashley replacing Cena, because that's exactly what we were
Yes.
supposed to do in 2007 before he left. So history repeats itself. So will we be seeing Lashley winning the tournament and then Hogan being there to hold his big black hand and going, look,
No.
look, photos, we're cool now.
I don't think they
Well,
will.
there was a
I totally think they're going to do it. Of course they
There's
are.
a theory going around that what's going to happen after the match, the tag team match, is going to be that the Bar retain, the Bar beat down the New Day, and who comes out to save the New Day? Hold their hands up and shake all their hands in front of the world.
Hulk Hogan.
Pat Patterson.
He's going to hit.
Who
a
else are
mean
going to
leg
invite the
drop.
show that's got dodgy history?
He's going to hit a mean old leg drop on the Bar.
Yeah.
On the Big
can't
Show.
remember-
You might slam the Big Show, brother.
Oh.
Just like Andre.
No, why did my natural instinct there be that would be awesome? It wouldn't be awesome. It wouldn't.
Bear,
Anyway.
bear.
Anyway,
Big old woman match.
big old woman.
Big old woman match?
Was it
Not one big old woman, several.
I can remember this.
women.
It's 5-on-5, wasn't it?
Sasha Bailey, Natalia,
Mm-hmm.
Trish and Leah against the Riot Squad, Mickey and Alicia.
Well done, you.
Thank you. Well, it was all the winners against all the losers from Evolution.
Oh, it's not very nice.
Well, and then
Oh,
the
it is
losers
true.
lost again, surprisingly.
Yep.
Because Natalia got
losers.
the
It's probably
finish.
not, probably got to call themselves the losers, really, is it?
This was like to remind us all that Evolution hasn't broken down all the barriers yet, because we're back to another massive women's match that lasts about 2 minutes, and it was okay.
Yeah.
Know your place. Know your place. It's horrible. You're probably someone shouting that. Elias beat Jinder Mahal.
So right, okay. Can I just briefly? Elias he's a babyface now, and in WWE language, obviously that means that he's a dick now because babyface is a dick.
Yes.
Elias got in the ring and is like, I'm a babyface now, he basically said. And I was like, in fact, I'm going to go backstage and find Baron Corbin and write a song about him and sing it to him in his face. And he went and stood outside Baron Corbin's room and started playing a song, insulting Baron Corbin, saying, "Oh, he's Stephanie's bitch. He's Stephanie's bitch." It wasn't that. It wasn't to that tune. But
Oh, lad.
basically-
He's Stephanie's
He's
bitch.
Stephanie's bitch. Baron Corbin football fans.
3 hairs on his head.
Baron Corbin comes out, looks at him and goes, "No, I'm not going to rise to this," and shuts the door. And I was like, oh, fair play. Elias keeps singing outside his door, and then Jinder comes along, batters him, and then they have a match, and Elias wins. I thought Elias was mean to Baron there. Out of everyone who's ever cut Elias off and humiliated him, Baron's not the worst one. Cena did it at Mania.
Well, Baron's joined in and sang with him before.
Yeah,
Like, I don't.
yeah,
He's just being a dick to him.
yeah, he is.
Keeps on singing songs. He's like, no. And he finds like the right one, like hold me closer. Oh, tiny dance. And he hits him with a guitar. But I didn't see this because I actually skipped it because I've been watching all 3 hours of Raw, which is very rare for me. But sometimes you look at it and go, ugh. Boy Rude and Chad Gable apparently defeated the Ascension and the Authors of Pain in a 3-way match. Oh, to pin Victor. But still, wow.
The match was really good for the minute or so that you saw, but there was a massive commercial break in the middle. So.
Oh,
The
gutted.
finish was good. Gable did a Chaos Theory into like a neck breaker from Bobby Roode. It was really cool. But and then the Authors of Pain beat them down. So we're gonna get Roode and Gable against the Authors of Pain.
Can we get Paul Ellering back for a rival team so we can give
I know.
Authors of Pain something to do?
I know. Never mind. Where have
Like-
Sunny been?
On SmackDown.
SmackDown.
No, but they haven't really.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, damn.
No idea. You need room off NXT for Riddle and that, I guess. But,
Yeah.
And apparently Nia Jax defeated Ember Moon with a leg drop. Oh.
Oh yeah,
That's up
Tamina.
here.
Yeah, well, you gotta-
Tamina distracted.
You've got to telegraph the leg drop as well ahead of. Like, it's
So-
going to happen.
So Tamina came out.
I love that you're always saying the word bear. Bear, 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 bear. He is a bear.
Tamina came out, and Ember and Nia both just
Eight
sort of
bears.
just
H-U-L, the shirt.
But Nia and Ember stopped and so just were really distracted by Tamina coming out. And then
She went, roar.
Nia just ran across
She's a bear.
Nia just ran across the ring, just punched Ember and hit the leg drop, and that was it. And then Tamina got in the ring and stared down Nia and then left.
Did she hit with a
Oh
closed
boy.
fist?
No, I think it was
gonna say.
probably like a forearm shiver or something like that.
Yeah, hearing the idea of a Tamina singles match made me shiver too. It's weird having Nia versus Tamina when Nia is better at Tamina in every single way possible.
I think maybe I read it as a stare down where it was like, are they friend or foe? But everyone else seems to think that they're going to feud.
Yeah.
But I think they might.
I think they might team up.
They might team up.
Oh, great. Dolph Ziggler defeated Apollo
Yeah. That was
in the main event,
Yeah.
I guess.
That was the main event.
Well,
Well,
that's
there was-
match.
there was-
So yeah,
there was-
it's very wrong to say that's the main event.
There was afters.
Yes.
God bless the deafening silence that comes up with Apollo now, who comes out smiling and you're like...
I guess
feels
it
like-
kept the crowd nice and quiet for whatever happened afterwards.
Right. So
Good point.
afterwards, I've written an article about this.
Right?
DX did a subpart ambush on the Brothers of Destruction.
No.
So the brothers came out and said they were, the same thing they've been saying for the past month. We're going to bury you. And then break it down.
This is where Triple H comes out with 14 glow sticks.
Yeah, there's a really funny picture of him on WWE.com.
He just
going
got
like,
two of the tubes from Poundland and just snapped them all.
And then he
Just
starts
inhaling this.
throwing them out to the crowd and that. Sean's nowhere to be seen. And then Triple H goes,
Oh, I remember this now, yeah.
And then he's like, gonna have a look through the curtain. And then Sean's behind them. Kane gets so distracted by this that he gets out the ring. Kane
They're like
looks
the
an
guards from
idiot.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah. Yeah, Kane goes, "Ruh." Undertaker hasn't got one. Kane goes out the ring. Solid Snake Michaels comes in. Sean Pliskin.
Old Snake comes in.
Yeah, big boss. Yeah, he gets in. And then he tranquilizes the dog. He shoots. He doesn't. He kicks
Shoots him
Undertaker.
right in the head.
He kicks the end in the head. And then,
Yes, that's exactly what he is now.
And
As
then,
in, please.
We're
end.
going to get to the point where Undertaker's literally going to kill somebody after delivering a promo saying,
So then-
I'm going to kill you.
then they get out of the ring.
It's going to be,
Yeah, and I won't kill you. You'll die of a heart attack.
yeah, getting to the ring.
But
Like,
then-
whoever the opponent is.
I'll get you, or the common flu will kill you.
That might sound like DX have the mental edge going into Crown Jewel, but they don't, because after DX were going up the ramp going like, ha ha ha, we're the best. And then Taker sat up and he no-sold it. And
Yeah, well, I was going to say, does anybody ever get the mental edge over The Undertaker?
CM Punk did, because Paul Bearer
We
just
had the
died.
end.
Yeah. But Undertaker still won.
Undertaker's line of... You ever see the Comic Relief Doctor Who special with Jonathan Pryor?
Not a big Hoovian in front of him.
All right, no worries. Anyway, did they do that things like, Doctor, your fatal destruction will be fatal, and like dialogue like that, making fun of it.
Right.
And there was a line that Jonathan Price, Jesus, got that
Anyway.
name completely wrong. Anyway, so yeah, it's like Undertaker saying, "This would not be the end of the era; it'll be the end of the error." Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're like, oh. Like,
Yeah.
if you were making fun of yourself, that would have been a great line. It's like, oh, you were serious. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
So I wrote a little feature on Cultaholic.com, and I was basically like, this is how they could have improved their ambush. Basically, Sean and Triple H should have swapped places.
I think I say they should have had a Tom and Jerry cartoon instead.
But you should read it, because it's proper.
Oh, sorry, so it's a
intriguing.
plug, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, let me go look at that now.
No.
On camera and read it out.
So yeah,
I'm
that
just
was...
going to pick up a Viz on the way home.
Still in print. Can't get the Beano, can't get the
Well, yeah,
Dandy Wade
'cause-
Smiths, you
yeah,
can't
'cause
get
I'll-
Viz.
Oh, internet's out, so I'm going to pick up a magazine on the way home as well.
Oh,
Viz
nice.
is just as good as ever as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you won't be able to get Games Master
Okay.
or Games TM because they'll be going out of business soon.
Well,
Games Master's not been the same since the late 90s, like
Yeah,
early
right.
2000s, though.
Since I was old enough, was it the demographic to read
The
it?
TV show was the boy, though.
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Luckily, Retro Gamer is still available.
Edge is still available as well.
Oh,
Edge is your fancy, wanky.
I was going to say,
game
I'm a
magazine.
wanker, but I'm not that big
Yeah.
of a wanker. Read Edge.
and I've only seen that FHM have only gone and done a bloody sex issue. That's a
whole-
show. That's
The foil bag, the whole shebang. Did he see
one of my
that
favourite
chick
people.
in the way
See that
knackers?
It's one
What
of my-
about that new
How hilarious is it?
It's one of my favourite
Yeah,
Peep
it's pretty
Show
tragic,
moments.
actually.
For any probably American listeners,
God.
that's from a sitcom called Peep Show, which is wonderful. And it's Peep Show makes it sound like it's a filthy sex thing. It's not. It's about a very awkward
Well,
man and his
And
friend.
is very, like, so it's like an introvert that lives with an extrovert.
Yeah.
And it's called Peep Show because you see inside their minds and you hear their inner thoughts.
And there's one, he's trying to be laddie and he sits down and just goes,
Yeah, he's the loser.
You won't believe it, but FHM have only gone into a bloody sex issue.
He's doing research to be laddie. And I like Peep Show, but I haven't watched it in ages because every time I'd watch it, I'd go, damn it, is this just me?
I watch it about 3 times a year, the full thing. Like, I can't stop. It's the best thing ever.
I don't like being reminded about what I am.
Show, Partridge, like, and I'll throw a new series in and I'll just go back, like, just...
So I'll ask you again, have I got a new series?
Huh?
Nothing. Perfect time.
Partridge, man, Jesus Christ.
Anyway, so, and the other good thing about this Raw, other than the fact that I didn't watch all of it, was the fact that the Ambrose and Rollins came out.
Yeah, well, Ambrose stood in the crowd. Yeah, and did that.
What did you do?
Come
on, do something. Someone's pointed out Seth Rollins' voice is just Stephanie McMahon's if it was male. Come on, do something. Do it. Yeah. And you're like, come on.
Is that Dean?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to come get you. And he went, no way.
The performance was really good from both lads, but I don't like the fact if any feud didn't need them to use Roman Reigns, and I'm sure Roman Reigns given them the go ahead to use the whole leukemia thing in the storyline, but if any feud didn't need that, it's this one. They've got so much history.
Instant nuclear heat.
I know, but they don't need it.
But it worked though.
No,
I mean, I would disagree actually for this occasion because the crowd's like, boo! Like not even like, yeah, you're cool, Dean. It's like, really? You turn on your friend when he's dying? Like, how you broke up the Shield now? You broke his heart.
I guess you're right. I don't know.
But that Tupac episode with the kids, like, you need to win the match.
Oh my god, it's like his cancer's tied. Oh.
And he sits there.
No hope. No hope.
Oh.
Yeah. That's
South
exactly
Park,
what's happening.
intense sometimes. That was Raw.
Oh yeah.
Smackers, should we do?
Smacker.
How long we got left?
Yeah, we got
We'll
it.
be quick. So, Daniel Bryan awkwardly decided that he did not want to go to the show. Can't think why. Doesn't sound that bad to me, to be honest with you. So I thought, what the hell, let's do it now. And it was a very good match.
It was very good.
Yeah.
But
then what happened?
Big Davey M has been speculating that
Davey.
I think we're going to Davey Meltzer has been speculating
Davey.
that this might be a bit of a old little retaliation punishment from WWE management because you never see high level baby faces like Daniel Bryan tap out, especially not on television. I know he tapped out
this.
the WWE champion.
I love the idea of a punishment for a wrestler is you're going to lose.
You're going to lose this fake match.
Fake sport, and we're going to pay you every week. Oh, nah.
You can buy all the compostable toilets you want, Daniel. Keep going.
But they tapped out and then also got choked up by Senior Joe, who is the new challenger for
Well,
AJ.
I mean, they had to do something to build it up. I mean, don't say that's burying him. And what are they going to do? Senior Joe comes out and goes, look, can I politely have a... Look, I'll just ask, can I have a second series?
Yeah, true.
Twice in one show. Big E beat Cesaro. Oh, doesn't matter about this. The Halloween match.
I like these.
Look, they've done a few of these in the past, and they've often sucked because they've not gone all out. Oh my God! Well, if the New Day dressed up as the Brood, which is great, seeing a porn director dress up as a porn star dress up as a porn director, then them hitting moves on pumpkins, which most of them no-sold as well, which is amazing, wasn't good enough for you. Then Kofi falling flat on his ass. Whilst holding a skeleton.
Oh, yeah.
What were your thoughts on the Halloween match of death?
Loved it. I watched WLC for the first time in ages the other day, and that match is so hilarious because of how over the top lads like Drew and Jinder, the bumps that they take on a pre-show.
Gets kicked.
Puppet jacks off. My favourite ones after the big ridiculous. There's a ridiculous spot off a ladder through a stack of ladders and tables.
Yeah.
Cole and JBL and Laura on commentary are incredible. They're like, "What the hell is going on?" And you've got Micro Cole on commentary just being crap.
I forgot about that.
He's going like, looks like this is the best bull since Michael Jordan. And you just hear Michael Cole and JBL and them going, "What are you doing?" And then after that, Hornswoggle lays El Torito on another table on the outside, and Drew's in the ring, and he goes, "Hey, get him!" And you just see Drew going like, Drew hits the ropes, swanton over the top rope. Yeah. He rolls off. Drew just takes a horrible bump. It's like this is ridiculous. This is the pre-show of like Extreme Rules. It's so good. You can see the wrestlers backstage have been told they're in the wheel. So they're like, "We're gonna make this match class for these lads. Like this is gonna be so good."
I don't remember anything else from that show apart from that match.
It's so good. It's fantastic.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Nakamura defeated R-Truth. Nakamura, I'd like to remind you all, is the US champion.
Yeah,
Yes.
you'll be wrestling Rollins probably at Survivor Series then, because Rollins is IC. That'll be a good match.
Yeah, we'll.
yeah,
given the time.
great.
And there was a tag match at the end.
Oh yeah,
Not to say, really.
basically the World Cup preview tag match. Yeah.
Yes.
Becky Lynch did a really good promo. It was short,
Did she?
but she was good. She's just as much as we all wanted to see her be the babyface and Charlotte the heel, which I still agree with. She's really good as a heel as well, though.
Yeah.
She's like Conor McGregor.
Oh, another thing about Evolution that we didn't mention was
That's
the
not
fact
racist, by the way.
I was
They're
about
both
to ask
Irish,
Jack.
yeah.
I did
Maybe
a
it
big
is.
inhale there, waiting for you to address that.
if it gets left in, it's not racist.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the other thing with Evolution was the commentators were still going.
Yeah.
Whoa, like Charlotte. God, wasn't it horrible when Becky Lynch turned on there? What a nice person. Boo, Charlotte, yay, Becky.
yeah.
But even at the very end, Colin goes, well, you know, there is a lot of people in the crowd that do believe Becky deserves this position. She's earned this.
Yeah.
And she's taking it. It was like, oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
But then she goes full blown, look, Ronda,
Yeah.
screw you.
How's Road Dogg's Twitter been? Has he been still
idea.
tweeting like basically, no, you're all wrong. You just you wanna see that story, but it's not a story we're telling. That's basically
No, look, it was a
that's
good
his
thing
Twitter.
that they won the Evolve tag title. Shut up.
He lost his rag almost as much as Maffew Wright did when all the fans started tweeting Maffew.
Oh, wow.
And he clearly it was on his lunch break because at 12 he started replying to them all.
Will
and
you
then at
turn
5
your phone off, please?
And then at 4 he started replying to them all again. Yeah, Becky's just she's like I'm really sad for when she's going to lose to Ronda. I hope that match ends in a no contest. That's the best case scenario I'm hoping for because
I don't know. What if Becky beats Ronda?
there's no way.
That is no way.
They're not gonna.
No way.
They're not gonna meet again until what? Mania?
Ronda's not going to lose until Mania probably, and then I don't even know if she'll lose at Mania. There's no way Ronda's losing.
What? And then she eventually loses to Charlotte, and then Charlotte was ready for
Yeah.
Ronda.
Yeah, I think so.
Like-
Yeah,
Oh, God, no.
it's a weird one.
Ugh.
But
Well, it's
Charlotte's,
going to be a good match, though.
Charlotte's their girl though. Like she's won so many belts already.
She's got to get her dad's record, doesn't she? And then double it probably. How many she won now? 12, 13?
No.
50?
Yeah.
6
about
now.
50.
Is he 50? Yeah.
But
Feels
56.
it.
It was better
Oh, yeah, it's a
SmackDown
lot.
than it was better SmackDown than it was a Raw anyway.
Yes.
Because SmackDown seemed to remember that they had their own storylines going on, whereas Raw
Yeah.
were like, oh god, Crown Jewel's coming up, we can't mention it. Let's just let's just do a universe mode.
You can almost see, like Baron Corbin,
Oh!
look, just
Wait,
come on, just...
Luke,
What?
Lindsay Dorado was on Raw
Oh, I
for
forgot.
no
I said so
reason.
much.
You what?
Yeah,
Lindsay
Lucha House
Dorado-
Party
Lucha
made
House
the
Party on
debut on Raw. It's like, oh, this is nice.
They beat the
Revival, and you're
in 5
like,
minutes.
yeah, you're like, what was the point of that?
Which one was it? Lindsay and
Kalisto.
Yes.
Grand Metalik was on the outside. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That was
And
fine.
Kurt Graves got
Grand
the...
Metalik took on a local competitor this week in what was basically a 2-minute greatest hits album. He just hit flip, 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 elbow drop pin. That was his match.
A 2-minute greatest hits. Oh, we stopped talking about Creed.
Before we
I'll have you know my sacrifice is about 4.5 minutes long.
I know, right? It didn't... In my head, it was good.
Before we stop covering this week's wrestling as well, on NXT, God, TakeOver's shaping up to be fantastic.
Oh
War
my
games. The
gosh,
card's
yes.
looking very good. Well, we
Yeah.
got Ciampa Dream.
Ciampa Dream, and then
Sullivan.
while Lars is going to be wrestling Dream next week.
So it's Dream-
basically.
Oh, yeah, I
thought they were going with the
because
three-way.
It was announced.
I don't
and,
know.
I don't know this yet because I watch week to week. I don't look at spoilers,
we're not
Maffew.
doing this.
No, no, I'm not looking at
God.
spoilers either.
Oh.
Like,
Okay. Well,
I'm
no,
not.
basically what
Lars,
happened
watch
was,
your TV, you...
what happened was
you
when
ginsters pasties.
before
result, sorry.
Gargano was revealed as Aleister Black's attacker, everybody was in the ring giving Regal
Yeah.
the crap, and Regal was losing his mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, Lars was one of the guys that came out, but for some reason this week on NXT, after all that, Regal backstage with Kathy just went, yeah, so it's going to be, Velveteen Dream versus Ciampa. And then it just cuts to Lars backstage, just throwing bottles of water off a wall
Yeah.
and a couple of chairs and smashing some toolboxes. And he goes, I'm going to take him out so I can have his place.
Yeah.
And then, so it's probably going to end up being like a 4-way, I'd imagine. Because there'll be
Yeah.
somebody else with a problem.
oh, yeah, maybe, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the
like-
minute,
They try to put Velveteen Dream through a wall that's actually just a closed off
Yeah.
door. And
but at the
weird.
minute we got Ciampa Dream, which I'd be fine with on its own because that's class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to see Ultra Babyface Velveteen Dream.
We also have that incredibly sexual War Games match.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
More sexual than Velveteen Dream?
Yeah.
No.
Wait, more sexual
Let-
than Matt Riddle?
in terms of
let's just
action,
break
not in
it
terms
down.
of abs.
Let's just break it down. It's War Raiders,
Outrageous.
Ricochet, and Pete Dunne versus the Undisputed Era.
That's gonna be class.
Oh, it's
amazing.
filthy.
Oh.
It's gonna be great. Also, Black versus Gargano. That's going to be really good.
Black Gargano's going to be amazing.
I'm scared for Candice, and we're just going to get
Candice came up
face
with
kicked off.
but she came up with black lipstick on.
Do you think that Nikki will accompany
I
Aleister
think-
Black and Candice will accompany? Yeah.
I think Candice is, after this week's episode, I think her sort of loyalties are in question.
Oh, she's been wearing goth makeup.
Yeah.
But whose side is she on?
But I think everyone's been saying, Candice was wearing dark makeup. It was Halloween recently. She was just dressed up.
This was filmed months ago.
Okay, yeah. That's good.
My boy Brandon Stroud, by the way, from uprocks.com.
Oh, take a shot.
Mentioned on his review of Evolution that in the crowd during the NXT match where you had the you had the horsewomen, also Candice and Lacey Evans. He was like, Candice looks like Lacey Evans' daughter who's been dragged along. She's there with like a fringe and like looking cross and stuff. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. Also, Luke Menzies.
Yes.
His debut.
Yeah.
He,
Matty Ridd.
I gave that match a C minus, I think.
My word, Sam.
Because I was just like, it's Matt Riddle's debut. Like, I was well happy for Luke Menzies. He got a lot of offense in.
But
and basically, well, Riddle basically goes for an early armbar, and Menzies just goes, just roll them up for a pin really quick. And it was like, he made Riddle look a little bit stupid. And
Do you think so?
Just a little bit. And then, like, he got a lot of offense in. I thought Riddle was going to basically be brought in as this sort of like, I mean, Christ, he's billed everywhere he goes as this heavenly figure that will destroy everybody and everything.
Go to Progress and beat Ospreay in like 3 minutes.
And then, basically, like, just bring him in and he has, like, a
beat
match.
Trent Seven in 6 seconds.
But, like, it's, you know, like, he did eventually get all his offense in and win, but I thought it was going to be a much more cut and dry 4 weeks of watching Matt Riddle just wipe the floor with people.
But they've already done that with Keith Lee coming in. Already done that with Riddle.
So why would it change?
Yeah. But him versus Oh No should be good.
Yeah.
It will be. Oh, it should be good, of course it is.
Also, this week, just a final brief thing, sorry, but this week was also the first of, I think, 3 weeks of Ultima Lucha Quattro. I think it's 4.
What?
Quattro.
Lucha Underground's end of season spectacular.
Oh, God, Lucha Underground.
And there was a really good match on it. It was Killshot, who is Shane Strickland, against Son of Havoc, who is Matt Cross, in a the mask versus mask match. Killshot lost and got unmasked and revealed himself as Jermaine Strickland.
Oh, God.
Which I really like.
And spoilers, but Jermaine Strickland is Shane Strickland.
Yes, it is. But yeah. And lost his Evolve title to Fabian Eichner. Weird developments. And the Street Profits won the tag titles. Mm-hmm. Strange.
It's almost like WWE's bought them out or something.
I'd love an NXT versus Evolve spectacular, just for Darby Allin to get something.
Yeah. So what are we going to do when WWE takes over us?
I don't know.
Or co-ops?
Fine.
Are we just
Well,
reviewing more tea?
I'll be jobbing out Triple H at Mania. Don't know about you boys.
I'll be getting Michael Cole's coffee for
Smile on your face. Yeah. And NXT UK, because of the Mae Young Classic ending, they now got a slot to fill on their network, I guess. So they showed 2, and I guess I get the feeling that watching the show, what are you doing?
No, I'm Dawes thing.
Oh, I thought it was like a don't say anything bad.
No, I was
okay, right.
picking you apart.
Like, this feels like, you never have a mate where they come up to you and go, guys, have you heard this thing called like BoJack Horseman, like something that you've told them about ages ago, and they're like, look guys, UK wrestling's great, and I'm like, yeah, we know. we told you years ago. No, look, Joe Coffey. I know Joe Coffey's a great wrestler. I've seen him loads of times.
I thought you were going to bring up. I thought you were going to go a different direction. Like there was a kid in my school who, when we all got into like Green Day and stuff.
Sorry, you thought Matthew was going to tell this story?
No,
about
I
your
thought he was
friend.
going to go in this similar way to this story goes. Was basically
please carry on your story so I can
basically. We're all getting into Green Day. We're listening to Dookie. We're getting like through all this sort of early punk stuff, like Bay Area punk.
I was listening to Plunk, but whatever.
That's fine, cool, mate. Getting
smoothed out,
Rancid are a better band anyway. Yeah, Rancid are real punk, mate.
Green Day are real punk.
No, they're not. Crap.
Oh, man, get the Andy Nowhere League on.
But so basically, this kid in my group who we were all like friends with came up to us. He's like, "You guys have got to hear this new band. They're amazing. They're like the new Green Day. They're so punk and so amazing, and they're so good.
Please be
like,
One
the best
Direction.
thing ever.
Please be One
Best thing ever.
Direction.
They're called Busted.
Hey.
And then he played something for us, and we all just went. And then we never spoke to him again.
So NXT
and he
UK,
was always that kid.
NXT UK is Busted.
Yeah.
NXT is Green Day.
Yes.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
I like Busted.
Should be ashamed of yourself.
Nah,
that's all right, but you know,
my favourite's Matt.
If only they were as good as.
I prefer Green Day. That wasn't this week in wrestling. That's a different series. That's what happened this week in wrestling.
Let's have a rummage in our mail bags.
All right.
Mailbags. Maffew, the first question on this, I chose the questions this week because Ross is off. The first question on this...
No, he's not. He's outside.
He's outside. The first question on this is the best question we've ever received.
Near pressure.
Proceed.
Well, you're really not hype up a question.
Yeah.
Sam just coughs. Greetings, Maffew, Pupperjack, and others. Oh, I remember you.
I'm another.
When I was in 3rd grade, I was obsessed with a sound that came from slapping my weenie side to side. Basically, you have to rapidly twist your torso back and forth, propelling your weenie to and fro, creating that slapping effect, in brackets, you have to be buck naked for this to work, in brackets. I even once thought of forming a wiener slapping gang. Whenever we beat up somebody, we would throw him on the ground, surround him, strip naked, and torment him with our wiener slapping noises. That sounded so perfect and crisp that I also thought of using it as a means of communication. Please don't make fun of me for this because I was young and it was a long time ago. My question for you guys is, where do you think the best place to sit at a wrestling match is?
Wait, it's not done yet.
Keep up the good work and let me know if you guys want to join my gang. Best, Richard Slapper.
It's so good. It's the best question we've ever received on this podcast.
Oh my god.
Apart from the serious ones about how we've helped people through dark times and stuff. But out of the
God, that's not helping people through bad times, then what is?
Out of the questions that sometimes try to be funny and then give an irrelevant question, that's the best one from Richard Slapper. Whose email address, by the way, was not Richard at Richard's. It was a different name.
So what's he asking again? Where's the best place to sit?
Yeah, where's the best place to sit?
I mean, if you need space to swing your dick around, you probably need to be first elevated.
Your weenie, please. Let's use the term.
Yeah, come on, please. We're professionals.
Sorry, yes. If you need space to slap your weenie around and make lots of communicational noises, then yeah, I mean, you could do it on the front row, but there tends to be a lot of families down there. You'd probably get in trouble.
Yeah.
In Evolution, they wouldn't have seen you, so...
Yeah, you could go to Evolution and slap your weenie as much as you like.
Yeah.
But I prefer, in general, I'm not a big weenie slapper, but I prefer first elevated floor.
Mate, you've done ringside camera, though. You've been right up close to the action.
Yes, and it's fun when you get hit with shards of table and sweat and blood and...
Drinks.
Wiener.
Yeah, drinks.
Not wiener.
Wiener, yeah. People just detaching their wieners and throwing them in the ring with disgust.
I like how he just...
In Mexico, if they like the match, they'll throw the wieners in afterwards.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's actually coins. It's not. It's just wieners. Very tightly compacted wieners.
Yes.
I remember...
You put them in water and they grow again. It's like the sponges you get. Sponge dinosaurs.
That's right. I saw it in 1907 when El Wiener won the title.
I'm very...
El Wiener Jr.
I'm El Hijo del Wiener. I'm going to go a different
Dr. Wiener.
Dr. Wiener Jr. Yes. He punched Karen Angle this week. And he beat Jeff Jarrett. Jarrett had to shave his hair, and then he punched Karen.
You can't call her Angle.
Karen Jarrett.
Karen Jarrett.
How dare you? In a serious discussion about wiener slapping, you misname her.
Apparently, he punched Karen Jarrett, and there was a big pop. All the Mexicans were like,
whoa.
Yeah. I know.
Well, I mean...
She's a heel, yeah.
Dr. Wagner.
I think I like sitting...
Wagner? I don't even know her. Karen.
As long as there's not a very obstructed view, I like sitting quite close to the front. I would... Sometimes from certain shows like North where there's a balcony, but the balcony's quite close to the ring, so you're kind of overlooking it. I'd recommend that if you want a good view, but I wouldn't recommend it if you want to not lose your immersion, because somehow from above, wrestling looks more fake. You notice more missed impact, more talking. You can sometimes see them talk to each other.
Yeah, that's the thing. You're close to the ring at an independent event, and the guys aren't heavily experienced to the level of like WWE or like television wrestling. Then you're going to hear a lot of stuff being called. Like you just are.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a fact of life. I mean, my video series always got the bit where it's like you talk too much.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've also got talk. I mean, it's wrestling, whatever. But it's when it's like on TV when they finally fixed it apparently in WWE, because it used to be when Ziggler and Cena would come out, they'd be like, do an arm drag. What? Do an arm drag. What? And then the guy in the fourth row said, do an arm drag. But yeah, best place
now. But there's still on 205 Live and NXT. I'll still hear the camera. Like the floor manager down the camera headphones going like, they're coming out, and it's like low in the mix, but you can hear them screaming.
Yeah, stand up. But yeah, it's just because there's people being quiet because they're slapping the weenies. I would say second row, not front row, because you're close enough to the action, but you can chant stuff. And it is weird if you're front row and you're chanting and getting into people, because the wrestlers will turn around and they will stare you dead in the eye. So if you're second row, you can always look behind. Like
Yeah, and if you're in the front, you don't want to be part of a spot from an indie wrestler. You don't want to.
Unless you want to grab your favourite wrestler by the chest and slap him on the chest and go, yeah, go on.
bang their arm.
Yeah, when did that
sell.
At that attack show,
Yeah.
at that attack show, I went
Tap the
to,
belly and be like, you're fat.
at that attack show, my girlfriend's mate, Pete Dunne, asked for a shoe, so he chucked his shoe at Pete Dunne, and then Pete Dunne leveled someone in the back with it. And I thought, how do you fake that? That's a shoe hitting someone in the spine. That must really hurt. But the guy was delighted that his shoe had been used until
Of course he was.
It took a while for his shoe to get back.
He probably licked it afterwards.
That's great. The main event's like, this is so great. This is one guy in the car. Can I have my shoe back, please? Second question. Hello, Maffew, Ross, and Jack. Oh, how did they do this? It's like, Sam and Jack. Oh, how do you know that?
There you go.
Hope you were doing great when CM Punk cut his pipe bomb promo. He mentioned Ring of Honor and New Japan. And did he mention New Japan?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. Okay. And Colt Cabana. At the time, I had no idea what the hell was he talking about. I'll tell you type that. So I researched and found out there are lots of wrestling companies in this world other than WWE and TNA. So my question is, what got you into indie wrestling? Tanvir from Bangladesh. That's actually a good question. I know where I got mine from. So World of Wrestling magazine, the Bill Apter mag that only ran for about a year, but obviously came out the boom period, so very influential. They would have the Declaration of the Indies. And it would just have these really lurid photos and like so-and-so beat so-and-so at Legion Hall, number 3 in whatever. And like I said, these grimy, crappy-looking buildings where you could see the rot on the floor and like, whoa. And that's how I got into CZW. I think it was my first indie.
Right.
Because it was like guys like called Justice Payne. Justice Payne won a match by throwing his opponent through 3 tables that were on fire. I'm like, what? What the hell is this? So, yes, thank you for those awesome photos and Bill Apter.
Mine was, I was aware loosely that there were smaller wrestling promotions around and stuff, but the thing that made me realize was more outside of WWE and TNA at the time was probably the game Extreme Warfare Revenge, which is like Football Manager for you run a wrestling promotion, you book matches. It's like Universe Mode, but more in depth, more spreadsheety. And there was all these wrestlers on there. Like I went and looked at the highest wrestlers in the game. This is probably like 2008, and the highest wrestlers in the game were like, no, before then, because it was before CM Punk had gone to WWE, and it was like highest wrestlers in the game, CM Punk, who's this and stuff like that. And it was all the Ring of Honor guys were like rated really high because they were really good. And I was like, oh, Ring of Honor, I think was the first one that I'd heard of outside, like the first big one. And then like I did a bit of a phase of trying to be on internet message boards, but everyone, it's so gatekeepy, I just couldn't get into it because everyone was like, you've never heard of CM Punk? Well, and then
I'll tell you what, because how do you enjoy indie wrestling? Because a lot of it was like, oh, you know what I mean?
Especially around those sort of times when you'd have like matches like ultra indie Ring of Honor match like Kenta against Bryan Daniels, you know, and then Yeah, because
I remember like I got into a lot of indies by Zandig fans, the ZZW message board, and guys like Rob Naylor, who weirdly enough, still remember this, and that's why I'm happy to see his success and everything like that when he was in NXT. But I'm going, you should watch PWG. It's awesome. There's like this, you might hear this, and this guy, and the Cutlers, and the Young Bucks when they're actually young, and all this stuff. That's great. I'm like, wow, this guy's really happy for an indie wrestling fan.
Yeah.
So check them out, and thank you very much, Rob Naylor.
So
for me, it was just tape trading on the wrestling channel.
Team
We would
Dubsy.
get like occasionally there'd be some like American, really low rent American like dirt sheet mags would come into like the newsagents and stuff, or we get Power Slam, and like you get little tastes of stuff here and there. I'd learn about things like CZW and ECW, and with like my dad would trade tapes, and the wrestling channel eventually introduced me to Ring of Honor basically, and that was it.
right.
Sorry to interrupt. Your dad was a tape trader.
No, he would just basically, he knew people that enjoyed stuff, so it was basically getting shared around. We'd have some big Japan stuff, ECW stuff.
Your dad's awesome. Can your dad be on this podcast?
He's always working, but he might. But
We're always working.
No, like my cousin was like, my cousin was probably the bigger tape trader. Like he had lots of stuff, and we'd just get loads of stuff via him. But he would
sounds
order
for a
in.
wrestling family.
But he would order in.
Oh,
he had like
I'm not a
a
wrestling
foreign VCR. So he
You've got an
could-
NTSC playing one.
Yeah, so he could get tapes
Oh
from overseas.
wow! Okay, I need to talk. I've probably traded tapes with
You
your
probably
dad
have,
actually.
yeah. No, it wasn't mine. I know my cousin had the foreign VCR. Not my
Oh
dad.
right.
Yeah.
Here's my dad. My dad. His name is Strong Style Tapes. Hello, stiff ones. Could be any of us. You diddlers usually talk about wrestling related questions, So I thought I would send a podcast-related question this week. Aren't you special? Since you boys and Jack are near the 50th episode of the show, what has been each of your funniest moments from the podcast? Keep up the sweet diddles. Fardiness. Another variation on the terms of use now. The sweet diddles. Can't be the best of show we do. Well, none of us can be asked to do an episode.
Like the Simpsons thing.
Yeah. Remember that one time? We'll blur out and then we'll be there, exact same position.
Before anyone else mentions it,
Go on.
my mate James from school,
Yeah.
which I feel bad about now because I was mocking him for essentially having a fit. But I mean, he wasn't my friend, and he slapped me once, in fact. But I just checked up on him on Facebook. He's alive. Didn't add him or anything. If anyone's going to try and find out,
Would you have still made fun of him or said anything if you found out that he died?
no, Christ,
Oh, why not?
no. But he seems to be all right. Seems to be into his bikes.
That
and
was when you last checked.
Yeah, I'll
When was the
check
last time
again.
you checked?
About 4-5 months ago, I'm guessing.
I did that recently. Not your mate, but someone had died and I didn't realise. So I sent him like, it's her birthday today. Because obviously the Facebook things are. So I've had, happy birthday, pal. And all the notes are like, miss you. I'm like, I miss you too. Oh, right.
Oh God. Well, that's cool.
Sorry, it wasn't a wrestling fan.
fan.
Oh, Christ, yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. Try to think. This is probably a bad week to include this question.
Well, you
'cause I've
edit
not been
this.
on many. No, sometimes Richard does as well.
No,
Sorry, I'm as well
I
as
have been on
Richard,
a
yeah.
lot of these podcasts, obviously, like a whole heap from the start.
Yeah.
48 out of the 50 episodes. We're not even at 50.
We're approaching.
Yeah, my favourite moment was probably when Ross was trying to get his own pants in there. Or did Ross try and get himself
He goes,
in there?
he goes black
Oh,
jeans.
yeah.
He goes black jeans in there. Then he nominated his new pair of black because he liked them so much. He bought an identical pair and tried to get them in as well.
He was mad with power like Caligula.
Yeah. Well, Caligula's actually a very apt description. But yeah, you know.
Trying to get his horse on the set.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Yes, I think trying to get his own pants over.
Judge Carl. That's a bloody.
Wow, that's a nice ref. Oh,
My dad's a
yeah,
big.
okay.
My dad's a big.
He traded 2000 AD copies with his dad.
Yeah.
Honestly, the favorite bit is getting good at this.
Chief Judge Carl. Sorry, carry on.
No, he was because he replaced.
Hershey? No, she
No.
was never Chief Judge.
No.
Sorry, Carl, this is really.
I know, right? I can talk about this all day. Sorry. No, it was the Kirstuff that followed. So maybe it was actually. It was Kirstuff. Then it was the. Anyway,
It was the old.
is getting
Fargo. No, carry on.
is getting good at this, or not good, but at least much better. Because when we started, it was like, oh my god, Maffew, that's what he looks like.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad this show is available in audio only version.
Oh, Matthew,
but yeah, like I like Jack, I like Ross, I like you, but because we don't hang out, we're not uber friends,
Yeah.
and literally a lot of these times are like run from work, come
Yeah,
sit down
straight
here,
in, straight
all right,
in.
and banter.
Yeah.
You're like, hello.
It's not natural, is
Hello.
it?
No.
So they
takes a long
suck.
time to build the relationship.
And I'm very nice, like the fact that people have put up with it. So when we've actually got along, it's like, oh yeah, we all got that in common. All right, cool. I mean, there's been highlights like Jack on the bus.
That came from a reactions video, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but
No, but we brought it up every single
it's
week for
great,
like
yeah.
17 weeks in a row. Me and Ross have probably enjoyed one thing, but I can't remember anything they're talking about. But
I'm blind, Deck. I'm blind.
oh yeah, there we go.
That was a recent one as well.
Yeah, Dave Benson Phillips
yes.
Countless mentions of Dave.
DDP.
and Puppet Jack.
Yeah.
Yes, Puppet Jack's a great addition.
Yes,
So thanks for that question, Mr.
Yeah.
S.
to pat ourselves in the back like Barry Horowitz.
Yeah, we did it.
And if you have a question, hopefully with a funny name, if I can read, I laughed once with you on that question. Yes, please send them to
Mailbag@cultaholic.com.
Especially if they're about knob slapping.
Weenie.
It's Cultaholics.
Big question.
Right.
The big question is, was WWE Evolution a success? And why, if so?
In what sense?
Well, it's,
Any
This is
like
a-
open
this
to
is-
interpretation?
this is the 30 mark
Right.
AQA question, so you can go for it. What GCSE reference?
I was going to say, wait a minute, I know what that means. I wish I didn't remember. In some ways, it was a success for the people that doubted it or thought it wasn't going to be pulled off. In terms of you watching a wrestling show just for entertainment, I think it definitely pulled that off. Last week, we talked about when I was saying, like, me being the guy I am, I'll post a gif or something of a male wrestler messing up. People go, haha, what a silly idiot prawn. For doing one of a female, they will always be those people who will have the female wrestler as their header. They'll retweet everything to do with women's wrestling and all this. So it's easy for me to dismiss them as, loonies.
We have more female fake wrestler accounts on the YouTube channel that leave comments than male ones.
Right.
There's about 15 Charlotte Flairs, about 20 Sasha Banks, and roughly a third of those are one person.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been like, whatever. But I do empathise with them, or sympathise, whichever. Now, because in the build-up to this, me being the botch guy, I was getting a lot of messages, especially from real wrestlers who maybe should have known better. Dimmy going, "Hey, Maffew, you must be excited for this." And I was looking at the card going, really? Maybe the Bellas a mess up because I've had a very bad run recently. Battle Royals, Carmella, is what it is. And then maybe there'll be some ring rust with Trish and Lita. But I realised it. They go, haha, women's wrestling. Because if a man messes up, you can tell the difference between a Randy Orton, a Volta, a Hornswoggle.
Yeah.
They're pretty different, right? There are a lot of people that will see a woman messing up and going, Sasha Banks is the same as Kelly Kelly, the same as Shelly Martinez, same as Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Because they all have fannies and therefore have the exact same wrestling ability.
Yes.
So, in many ways, because the show delivered on fronts, I hope some people do that. But then I look at it and go, those guys are never going to be watching this.
No.
Yeah,
So whether the people that wanted to like it liked it, the people that didn't like it probably just went, Carmella. So,
I was accused of online on Twitter, I think, of overrating the show because I thought it was really, really good. And there's always people who are like, well, you're just saying that because it's women and you're just giving them more leeway. And I was like, no, I genuinely thought this was one of the best main roster shows. It's not just because it's women. And I even mentioned in a video, I was like, this was one of the best main roster shows of the year. Not on the same level as a takeover because all the takeovers this year have been even better.
Right.
And, I'm not just saying it's better than it is just because it's a women's wrestling show. I'm glad that it was good because I think if it was a bad show, it would have just fueled loads of bad ammunition from people going,
Right. I mean, even there, and as I've said every time, yes, the three white guy podcast talking about women's wrestling because we're professionals. But still, if we say, wow, that was a great show, well done, ladies, we're going to get people going, wow, these guys are gagging for it, aren't they? Whoa, maybe Sasha Banks will give you a hug at the airport at 3 a.m, you freak. I'm like, wait, no, I liked it. Look at all the great wrestling women, they're on the show. I'm allowed to like...
Of any of them who were going to give someone a hug at the airport, it's not Sasha Banks.
Right, yeah.
That picture
that picture's my favourite.
I'll hug you till you choke.
Big E make it into some socks.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, you can't be a fan of women's wrestling without people having some misconceptions about it there. Therefore, you're a pervert, you want to buy the used gear, you want to DM Jordan Grace how much to set my face.
If you go onto WWE's auction site, not a lot of people know this, but WWE have an auction site and they will sell ring-worn gear and the proceeds often go to charity. And you can get, like a pair of AJ Styles gloves. They're going to cost a lot of money because they're ring-worn gloves and the gloves are cool. You can get like a Sheamus t-shirt for maybe $80. You can get a Paige ring-worn t-shirt for about $5,000 to $8,000 because people are just buying the divas or women's wrestlers gears, and it's just mental, absolutely mental that there are weird sort of creepers out there. Right. But
that's what you think of though. When you think, I'm a big women's wrestling fan. It's like freak. Yeah. So, and it's a shame because you could,
it shouldn't be that way.
But here we are.
I mean, for me, in terms of looking at it as a success, it's a success for WWE finally to have an all-women show, I think. But, I will not accept that this is revolutionary because there have been all-women shows for decades. Worldwide. Like...
AJW. TNA did the Knockouts pay-per-views.
Yeah, and it's not a progressive thing for women's wrestling as a whole, but it's progressive for WWE's women's division because if you look at it 10 years ago to where we are now, it's huge.
I'd argue that, for better or worse, whatever WWE does tends to inform the rest of the wrestling world.
Yes.
So
yeah.
I think, in a way, it is revolutionary, not through WWE management. I think the way they presented the show was a bit hypocritical, a bit shoved in there. Yeah, people the Bellas are going we broke down all these boundaries. No, people are going, we broke down all these boundaries. What the boundaries that WWE previously put in place?
Right. Who put those there? Yeah.
But despite them sort of as an excuse to make up for the Greatest Royal Rumble and all that sort of stuff, despite that, I think it can be seen as revolutionary just because of the great work that the wrestlers put in. That sounds really cheesy and yay, but I thought honestly watching it They wanted that show to be a success loads, and they wrestled their asses off a lot of them, particularly Becky and Charlotte, obviously. But I think it was really good.
I'm saying this, so we're doing this and being very nice. You do know, because this is the big question, all the YouTube comments are going to be...
Oh, yeah. It's over. It's happened now. Can we have a men's one, please? Come on.
We don't get an all men's pay-per-view.
God, we do. It's
honestly.
called the first.
Am I the only person that doesn't care?
Not a real one.
Yeah.
And they're all misspelled.
Yeah.
And they all have Batman as their avatar.
Batman.
Batman news gear, $8,000.
And if you check like 3 out of 5 profiles, there'll just be videos of them playing with their guinea pigs or like singing really bad acoustic covers of things.
Oh, they're an Arsenal fan.
Yeah.
It's always an Arsenal fan. I don't know why. I'm sure there's some nice Arsenal fans out there, but I swear to God, F you, Maffew, or look. What team's that? Oh, there you go.
I know a nice Arsenal fan.
Liar.
It's my mate Sarjan from uni.
Oh, he told me to go do one the other
No,
day.
he did. He's not wrestling.
He's not wrestling. Oh, he definitely follows me then.
Yeah.
But yeah, Evolution, yay.
Yeah.
And better than the Booze Cruise because we didn't get invites.
Yeah. Next year, because Jericho apparently might
year.
want to make it an annual thing.
At the same time as Evolution.
If Jericho does want to, maybe not then.
I did see someone, I forgot who tweeted this or I'll bring it up, but someone did tweet, goes, Jericho the God, taking all the way the horrible wrestling fans. The same show as Evolution. So they all drown.
If Jericho would like to get in touch to give us some tickets to his cruise next year, or you'd like to get in touch to ask some questions for that's the best segue I've ever
Well done.
That's at mailbag@cultaholic.com. The Patreon is patreon.com/cultaholic. And never forget, guys, of course, to come on,
Join us.
Hurrah.
Because you want us bear to play us out.
Bear, 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 bear.